Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so pumped. This episode has been such a long time coming. I'm finally going to talk you through the GrassCel paving system that we've just installed underneath the driveway. So ultimately this is like a reinforcement mesh that you put down. So you put it down this way facing up, and then in between these sort of hexagons is your soil, and what it does is it'll essentially protect the root system. So you still might get some turf damage over the top, but you're not going to get those huge hollowed out spaces from like caravans, boats, cars parking and things like that. It's actually held up by this. So they actually use this product, I believe they actually started it and made it for the Defence Force for emergency landing strips. So places where they didn't necessarily want people to actually see this product. So it's underneath grass and it's strong enough obviously to have trucks, airplanes, stuff like that drive over it. The other cool thing about this product in particular, and why I went with this one, is it's green. And I was thinking, well, green versus black, you would think that black would sort of absorb the most heat and it would get very hot and obviously burn the turf. So I like the fact that it was green. I like the fact that if it does actually come through at any point, which I hope it doesn't, it's green. So it'll sort of look like grass in a way. The other cool feature about this is they're actually made out of recycled wheelie bins, which I just thought that was super, super cool. So I gave these guys a call probably about a year ago just to find out some more info. I paid for this. This is all something that I sort of wanted to do. This is not sponsored at all. So I've installed it from this post back over here, and then from this post here at a bit of an angle because people will sort of drive in on an angle. So we're creating strips the width of the driveway, and then basically you place your strip with some timber underneath the join, and then that way you're sort of just working with one edge to join, and then strip by strip you're going to add on. So I've got Dan from Old School Turf and Landscape spreading out this 80-20 and just getting those levels really, really nicely done. Cannot wait to sort of just have one strip to mow. I'm so tired of sort of turning the mower around. The GrassCel itself is, I think it's 4 mil below. It's right there, like in some places I went over with the rake just then and I sort of dug into it a little bit. So it's right beneath the soil level. So what most people would do is you would come in and you would lay just slabs of turf. And that would be it, and it would grow because the roots would still be able to get down between this, and it would grow sort of as it usually would. I guess drawback for me, I won't be able to aerate here, I won't be able to scarify here because I'll just be ripping it up, so that'd be silly. But what I'm going to do that's different, because that's on brand for me, is I'm not laying turf. One, as a cost saving exercise, we've already spent a couple grand on turf in that yard. Two, because I always wanted, from the beginning of this channel, I wanted to work with what I had. So up here I've got Queensland Blue that I've been working on. I've let it grow a bit longer. So I'm going to actually scarify that shortly, get the sprigs, and I'm going to plant this out at about a 30% rate. So what that means is for say 100 square meters to plant out, I'm going to take 30 square meters of scarifying sprigs and spread them all out. So I'll show you that whole process, but this is the point that we're up to now. We've sort of leveled the 80-20 mix over the top, so it's got sand underneath, then it's got 80-20 filling it. I've just given it a light rake just sort of to get levels and to sort of, I don't know, rough it up so that it's nice and soft. Now I'm going to get my sprigs, I'm going to throw them down, I'm going to do a light dusting, and I'll probably roll it all in and then set up a tap timer, because with sprigs you've got to keep them wet. So ultimately the goal now is just to sort of keep these damp. I'm going to liken it to killer whales and how SeaWorld need to keep the whales wet. I already hate that analogy, I'm sorry for that, I apologise. As always, appreciate your support, appreciate your time. See you next time.